What are you still holding on to? And is it time to let it go? We'll explore the things we keep, even when we no longer need them, in this talk from At Life Talk with Experience. 1. Old work clothes. My closet was full of suits, ties, and dress shoes, my uniform for 35 years. I told myself I might need them, but those occasions never came. They were reminders of who I was, but I had to ask, do these clothes fit the man I am now? I realized I could let them go without letting go of the pride. Letting go of old clothes isn't about saying goodbye to who you were. It's about making space for who you are now. 2. Business cards and office supplies. I kept a drawer full of cards from colleagues I hadn't spoken to in decades. They were reminders that I once mattered in a fast-paced world. But I am not my title anymore. I don't need a drawer full of staplers to prove I worked hard. You don't need a business card to be remembered. The people who truly matter already know your name. 3. Unused tools and equipment. My garage looked like a hardware store. I used to fix everything myself, but over time, my body began giving me signals. Knees that creaked, hands that stiffened. I realized I couldn't even remember what half the tools were for. I kept the basics and gave the rest away. Letting go of those tools didn't make me less of a man. You are not giving up your skills. You are simply making space for today. 4. Filing cabinets of old papers, 3 drawers stuffed to the brim, tax documents, insurance forms, bank statements going back to the 1980s. Why was I holding on? Because paper feels like proof that we lived, that we were responsible. But I learned the memories are not in the paper. They are in me. I shredded a lot and kept a little. It's amazing how much mental space you free up when you let go of physical clutter. 5. Backup kitchen appliances. I had 3 coffee makers, 2 blenders, and an electric carving knife still in the box from 1995. When you have a big family, you want to be prepared. But now I live a quieter life. I realized you can keep the memory without keeping the machine. I donated the last pile. In retirement, less really is more. More space, more clarity, more calm. 6. Career-related books. I had an entire bookshelf dedicated to my career. Leadership guides, technical manuals, training binders. I kept them because they represented a time when my mind was sharp and I felt necessary. But do these books reflect who I am now? Today, I am more interested in presence than productivity. I don't need those books anymore to feel wise. I donated them, and now that shelf holds poetry, a journal, and photo albums. 7. Physical planners and wall calendars. Back when I was working, my days were built around calendars. After I retired, I kept the habit, but the pages stayed blank. I was afraid of letting go of that structure, but retirement brings a different rhythm. I realized I was finally giving myself permission to live without a clock ruling every moment. The freedom to wake up and ask, what do I feel like doing today? That is a gift. 8. Unspoken obligations. This is the one that weighs the most. After I retired, I kept saying yes. I stayed on volunteer committees and local boards I was no longer excited about. I felt like I should. I felt like if I stopped, I would feel useless. But obligation is not the same as purpose. I started to step back, slowly, respectfully. You are not abandoning anyone. You are honoring yourself. Letting go is not losing. It is creating space in our homes and in our hearts for what matters now. Each thing you release is an invitation to breathe deeper and live lighter. If this resonated with you, please consider letting us know in the comments. And please like, share, and subscribe to At Life Talk with Experience for more. Thank you for spending this time with me. Let your next chapter be light. Let it be yours.